morning, my little peaches. The time is 7:02 on this Friday.
Heading into the weekend.
It's a little chilly outside. It's a whole lot wet.
It's gloomy, gray, yeah, kind of cool. I tell you, though, it hit me yesterday when I was looking ahead for some stuff, and I realized yesterday was exactly 3 weeks from Christmas. Oh, my goodness.
Well, my heart just did a because I still got Christmas to buy.
Me too. I hadn't done.
Gosh.
We've done most of our holiday decorations, but there's nothing under the tree, and I haven't even got anything ready to put under the tree.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do.
I actually had one gift was delivered yesterday that I ordered. I still have a bunch more that are supposed to be here by the 11th.
It's always scary now that we do so much on Amazon and stuff. You know, that's the other side of the coin. I feel like I'm getting things done early if I go ahead and order stuff like now, you know, because it's 3 weeks from Christmas.
Right.
But then you start getting nervous when the day comes it should be there and they're not there that day, and then maybe not the next. And then your heart starts going crazy because you think, what if it doesn't get here till after Christmas?
Exactly. And what I'm seeing a lot of, which, you know, you see it some anyway, or at least they're always on the what's happening pages or whatever going, does anybody recognize this front door?
Yeah, right.
Because this is not my front door, but this is where they said they delivered my package.
Right. I see my package at somebody else's front door.
I know where this is. And the sad part is that people aren't being honest. They're keeping the stuff.
I couldn't do that.
And you know, a girl that rented the house that I was renting before Jeff and I got married, she's like, somebody got my stuff and this is my kid's Christmas. Can you please let me know? Because I need my stuff back. Nobody is offering up anything, which is sad. And of course,
once they did deliver it to her house, but somebody stole it off. Porch Pirate got it, or went somewhere else.
They said they did the picture. This is where your package was delivered, but it's not her place.
Oh God.
And here's the thing: is that when that happens, you're kind of on your own.
Yeah.
Like you call the company and they're like, well, we gave it to whichever shipping company, so it's their fault. And then they'll say, it's not our fault. We're showing it was delivered. And you're like, but it wasn't delivered at my house.
Yeah,
but we delivered it. Well, yeah, it wasn't my house though. So you're in this.
You should have delivered it to the correct address.
Exactly. And some of these folks just don't care. They're like, I delivered it. I got them going to the house. You know, they don't care if it's right or wrong. So, unfortunately, a lot of that is happening. I've not had that happen yet.
Me neither. We do it. We shop. Mary and I both do a lot online. You know, and we've been very lucky. I mean, they've been really consistently good to us. We've never had we had one package that was delivered and it was destroyed inside. And I never did get any resolution to it because it was the same thing you're talking about. When I called the company, and there were several different things in it. One of them was a very expensive bottle of cologne for Mary. And of course, when we went out on the porch to get the box, it smelled really lovely.
Yeah.
And
you knew something had happened.
Yeah. And again, they're claiming that they didn't do it. They put it to the shipper, and it was weird because it was delivered by the United States Postal Service, the USPS.
Yep.
But they sent it FedEx, or no, maybe UPS. And they have a thing where they can, I didn't know this, FedEx or UPS can get the USPS to deliver it from another like it gets to one of their distribution points, then the Federal Mail Service takes over.
Really?
So everybody's claiming it's not their fault.
Oh, yeah.
So we end up losing like a couple of $100 because nobody would give us a refund or a regress.
And see, here's the thing. This is where they get you. Did you purchase shipping insurance?
No.
Why, no, I didn't, because I kind of trusted the
actually,
process.
We didn't know we had to or could because it was free shipping. It was, I think that was from Amazon Prime. And so you get free shipping. And so, boom, we just had to bite that loss.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I've never seen that complicated thing where it was shipped either UPS or FedEx. I think it was UPS, but they actually subcontracted it out to the USPS, United States Postal Service. So
I didn't know that they did that.
I
had
didn't
no
either.
clue.
And I learned the hard way.
Yeah, we're finding out, aren't we? So yesterday was a big day around these parts,
Yes, it
Bill.
was.
I don't know if you've heard of a little school called Maplesville High
Yes,
School.
I have. Because you know why I've heard? Because they're state champions.
Yeah, woo! Yes, they did. They brought home the blue map yesterday. 42-22, and when I tell you they dominated that game from start to finish, they did. It was amazing to watch, and I wanted to be last year they played and Wadley came out on top.
Right, they lost at the final game.
Yes, and it was heartbreaking because you wanted Maplesville to win so badly.
Right.
And you were like, they deserve to be there, and it was just it didn't go their way. This year, we talked to Coach Abbott on Monday,
right,
and he said, and Jason did too, they've seen a difference in this team from last year. A lot of maturity, a lot of growth, lots of improvement in places that they needed it. And they went into that game doing exactly what he said they were going to do, and that's expect to win.
Yep. And it worked.
And it worked. They did
this
so
year's
good.
been an amazing year for them. They went undefeated the entire year. They had so many of the games that were shutouts, like 10 out of the 13 or 14 games were all shutouts.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you've got, in a 1A system, you've got some little schools that you expect them to beat pretty handily, but you don't always expect shutouts. And then that tells you this was a dominant 1A, well-coached, well-disciplined, wonderful team. They did phenomenal.
And I will tell you, a little secret is that they won like that even with a different quarterback. They put in a different quarterback yesterday, and they still were able to.
Why did they do that? Was the other one
hurt?
hurt?
I don't know. No, I guess it was just they were ahead and they felt like they had a good enough lead. And
I see. And then they
Coach said that
give them a chance to play.
Give them a chance to play.
Get them some experience.
They just wrapped up the rest of the game with it in a nice little bow with its blue.
Now are those quarterbacks going to be back next year?
I know.
They're all
I know
seniors?
Pierce is a senior. I'm not sure about. I think it was number 9 that was the backup quarterback yesterday. I don't know if he's a senior or a junior, but I just know that watching those boys play yesterday was amazing. Thank you to Mike Baker and Keith. I don't know Keith's last name, and JT for getting us into the Coca-Cola Suites.
Excellent.
We got tickets. We were able to watch from high above, and it was
Very
nice. Very comfortably, and it was cold outside. I did sit out and watch some of the game. I had my little coat blanket.
And all blanket, yeah, blankie.
But I came back in after a little bit because I was like, I think I'd rather watch it inside.
That's the beauty of those suites, man. You go outside and enjoy the atmosphere, but if it gets wet or cold, go inside and still see it great.
And we put on Piper. They had a crew that was doing some announcing or something. I don't know who it was. We turned that down and turned it on Piper Peach. And I'm going to tell you, listening to Jason Green get excited when there were some fumbles that we recovered, there were some touchdowns that took place. If Jason's able to talk today, I would be surprised.
He screaming.
Screamed his head off. And it was so funny because there was a couple of things that happened so quickly you almost missed them, and he's like, and he's got the ball, and I swear it was like listening to an Alabama or Auburn
broadcast.
Yeah.
He
was so in it, and I was getting so tickled at him. And we had Superintendent Corey Clements was in there with us. Principal Baker from Maplesville was in there with us. His lovely wife, I got to meet her.
I liked him.
We had a lot of folks in there. Aaron was in there with us. Ricky, our what did we call him? Our
foreign correspondent,
locally foreign correspondent, our field reporter. He was so excited to be there. And then Mike Ellison, who I think is going to start doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays with us, was there. Some other folks that I unfortunately didn't get their names. Jake not from State Farm, but from Save More.
That's right. Jake from Save More.
He and his little girl came and her little friend, and they were just cute as they could be. And he has a mini-me running around.
Does he really?
Yes, he said the other one looks exactly like him too, which those eyes, they both got them big old brown eyes. They look just like their daddy. We just had the best time. Guess what I accidentally ate yesterday? Something I said I was not going to eat, that I did not eat when I was younger. Well, I tried it and I spit it out, and I got in trouble for saying a bad word.
What?
Pimento cheese.
You don't like pimento cheese?
Well, I didn't.
You do now?
I accidentally ate some pimento cheese dip. They had the homemade potato chips, those thick homemade potato chips, and we were dipping it in the homemade French onion dip, and they had this other dip beside it and had these little pieces of cheese in it, and I just put my little chip in there and started eating it, and I was like, what is this? This is good. I was like, this is different. It has I don't know. I was trying to figure out what kind of flavor it had in it.
Pimento.
And she said, you know what? I don't know. Let me go check. And she came back in there just as I put the chip in my mouth and started chewing. She goes, it's pimento cheese. And I went, okay.
You know.
I'm on board with this. I would have never, if you'd have put it in front of me, I would have never eaten it because I still had that in my head that I didn't like it. And I didn't like it when I tried it. But yesterday, it was good.
Well, let me tell you.
Really good stuff.
You're lucky because you're just a mile or so from some of the best pimento cheese you can buy at Heaton Farms.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. I get a couple of tubs of it every other couple of weeks I'm here because they got a great pimento cheese. And I love it. I just get it all the time.
I mean, I think I would eat that on a sandwich.
Oh,
I'm 100% positive I would.
If I tell you, well, some people I know like pimento cheese, but they only like it on toasted bread.
Yeah.
Because they like the little crunchy, drier
that's
toast.
me.
It'd be like you were with a chip. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, try it on toasted bread first. I think you'll like it.
Man, those chips were good. We ate the mess out of them. Last year, it was popcorn. This year, it was all you could eat homemade chips, and we did. We ate them until, I could not eat anything else when I left there. I was rolling out of there full as a tick. Yep.
And even pimento cheese.
Even pimento cheese, yes.
That's a
yes,
revelation.
Congratulations once again to
Maplesville
High School. They are your 1A state champions. So excited for
and what
Coach
a great
Abbott
community.
And the team and the community. And it's my understanding that there's going to be a little celebration of some sort at the Old Fashioned Christmas in Maplesville. That starts at 2:00. The festivities do for the Old Fashioned Christmas. I don't know what time they're going to do whatever celebration or acknowledgement that they're going to do, but they are going to do one.
Well, usually, when a team comes back to town, they do some kind of great celebration. For the community will put on a celebration like a parade or a get together or a shout out or a proclamation. Mm-hmm. I think that's great because, it brings a lot of great pride to the city of Maplesville as well as to all of us in Chilton County and the surrounding area. And, that should be acknowledged. Those boys have worked their butts off, and so's the coaches. So good for them.
And I gotta give props to Moody High School. They won their state championship in 5A yesterday.
5A.
They beat it's a weird name.
Yeah,
it's
Viger.
They shut them out.
Viger?
Viger.
I think it's Viger.
They shut them out. It was, I think, 25-0, if I'm not mistaken. And that was their first state championship.
Good for Moody.
I'm from St. Clair County. St. Clair County High School is my heart, where my heart is. But I got to give props where props are due to Moody.
Yep.
They're
not Moody blue today.
No. Well, they got a blue map, so maybe they are blue.
Maybe they are happily blue.
Happily blue, yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want to say good morning to some folks. Thank our morning show sponsors as well. Also, we're going to talk about some stuff going on tonight here locally. And we've got a big promotion that's going to start Monday. We're going to talk about that too. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
If you're looking to sell your timber or land, Harrison & Sons Logging and Harrison Forestry are here to help. They specialize in buying timberland and standing timber, offering fair prices and professional service. Harrison & Sons Logging will provide you with a competitive offer. Call 334-366-2785 today to speak with a knowledgeable representative. Trust Harrison & Sons Logging to get the job done right.
Choose Ratliff Farms Meat Processing for all your meat processing needs. From deer to livestock, we're here to handle it all with expert care and precision. Our convenient hours are Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Sunday evenings from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Call us today at 334-375-5200. Ratliff Farms Meat Processing. Top-notch meat processing for any animal.
Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
We are back. The time is 7:19. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting on this Friday. Yep. We've got a lot going on. First, I want to say good morning to some folks. Good morning, Mike from Coca-Cola United Montgomery. Thankful to him for letting us get in the suite yesterday. Good morning to Martha, Jamie. Good morning, Ricky. Had fun with you yesterday. Good morning, Kaylee Russell. Angel Smith said, "Good morning, go Red Devils. Number 14 is mine." So
really, good for her.
Congratulations! I know you're excited.
Angel. Wasn't Angel the one with the horn?
Oh, was she? I don't know. She may have been. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Angel
The
Smith.
train
Yeah,
horn.
I bet she was. Also, good morning to. I lost my live feed. Okay, sorry. Good morning, April. She says for me to go try the frozen goat and their pimento cheese on sourdough and toasted.
Yes.
Okay.
I have done that. That's their pimento cheese is good. I love the frozen goat. I don't go there as often as I should. I just
haven't been. I tasted some of their stuff at the Taste of Chilton, but
Yeah,
I have like 2 years, like last year.
And their pimento cheese is awesome.
I did not try that though. It was
sourdough toasted.
They had like 3 different chicken salads that you could choose from, and they were all 3 good. I was like, well, I don't know which one I like best. They were all
I like
delicious.
chicken salad too.
Good morning, Charlene. I want to thank our morning show sponsors for making this morning show possible. Thank you to Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Country Financial Insurance, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola. My bestie, Mike Baker, he makes sure that we are... But there was so much Coke products in that suite yesterday.
Bet.
He even gave me one for the road. I stuck it down in my pocket.
You're lucky the security didn't.
I know, that's what
you.
he said. As I was leaving, I made sure it was way down in because I had that big blanket coat and my pocket's like this wide. I just put it down in there. You couldn't see it. Nobody could tell.
Coat thief.
All right, here we go. This is for you, Mike. Oh, let me get my finger
I can
there.
get my finger under mine, too.
You ready?
Yes.
A 1 and a 2 and a...
That's a little late.
A little late. It's okay.
My finger wouldn't go.
Sometimes it gets stuck. Those things are tight. All right. Also, thank you to our Chilton Chamber of Commerce. So the parade is tonight at 5 o'clock. They're going to start closing the roads down pretty early. I think around 3 or so. So if you're planning on doing anything downtown, you're going to want to park. And if you're planning on staying for the parade, you're going to just want to stay there. Otherwise, don't come downtown after.
Now, where
after
does
3
the parade?
o'clock.
What's the route of the parade? Do you know?
They gave it to me in the thing. Let me go back and look at my
So it's
email.
downtown,
I do.
right?
It is.
In Clanton?
And I think, yes, it takes a unique
Does it go over the
flow, I
peach
think.
in the road?
Let's see. Oh, this just shows the tree lighting. It does not show the parade route. I know that at some point it goes down in front of Clanton Outdoors, in between where you have the Farmers Home Furniture and the Dollar General and the Liberty Christian School, and then you have Clanton Outdoors is on the other side of the street, and they come down that street.
Is that 31?
That's not 31.
Okay.
That is, I don't know what street that is. Eek. I don't know. I don't know my streets around here.
Yeah.
But I know it comes down there, and then I think it does go down 31 to some degree, but I don't know how far. But yeah, they are going to close the roads, I think, pretty early today. So once you get parked somewhere, you're not going anywhere. They're not going to let you out.
That's fun. I did notice when I came in, it was still a little dark when I came in this morning, that downtown's all glistened and aglow. They've got that store on the corner on the street where
Morelands is.
Yeah, and they've got joy written in lights, and it looks so nice downtown.
Yeah, it always does. And last year, the day of the parade, I didn't stay for the parade, and I was leaving, and I could not believe it looked like a whole carnival setting out there. They had all kinds of stuff ready for the parade and the tree lighting.
I think that's amazing.
I will be emceeing tonight, the tree lighting.
That's right. I was going to say, you're going to be the big MC for tonight's tree lighting ceremony. What time is that? 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock for that. So they'll do the parade, and I think the parade is, from what I understand, last count was about 95, 96 entries into the parade.
Oh, that's a big parade.
That's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
So, and then after that,
I love a long parade.
They're going to do the tree lighting. They're going to have some entertainment. Rachel's sister, Elizabeth, she can sing. And
who's Rachel?
Rachel is the chamber director.
Oh, Rachel that I've seen in here. Yeah.
Her sister
can sing.
She said that she got the book smarts, and she said her sister got the talent. And I was listening to sister practice a little bit as I was leaving the chamber office, and I could not believe
how good she was.
I thought it was the radio playing.
Really?
And I came out, and I was on, and all of a sudden she's standing there practicing. I was like, "That's her singing?" They were like, "Yes." Like, she is good. Yeah, she is very good.
Although her sister ended up kind of calling her a dumbass. I got the smarts. Well, what does that say about your sister that got the talent? Just kidding. Backhanded compliments. Yes, it is. Glad to be here.
Also, thank you to Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Putter Up in Pelham, and they have wanted me to announce that they are offering some different. They have some different packages that you can purchase, and there's 3 different levels. One, hold on, let me get
is
to
this
it.
for like Christmas gifts, like you, or
yeah,
does
it can be a Christmas gift, or you could do it for
your family,
just yourself or your family. They have monthly memberships. Monthly $14.99, 2 rounds of putt per month, which I feel like that pays for itself.
Yeah.
$27.99 is the unlimited putt each month. That's per person. And then $65.99 is the family, and you get unlimited putt for 2 adults, 2 kids, and you get 10% off any drinks or snacks that you get from them. So that family membership, I think that is a fantastic Christmas gift for a family. If you know somebody that likes to do putt-putt a lot and that's something that you know they're spending some money on, the unlimited one is a pretty good deal.
Well, you know, it's hard to find things that the family can do together. Sometimes, you know, everybody can play putt-putt, you know, or carpet golf, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they can do it together. Whereas some activities are great for kids, but the parents are just like there watching and just bored to death, you know, because, you know, they can't participate, you know, so.
And everybody can play here. They have it where it is, if you have any kind of disability or special needs, they have it where you will be able to participate as well. They also have a couple times a month where they have the sensory awareness day
where they turn down all the noise
and the lights and stuff and just let them play. Yeah, so that's
so cool.
That's great. You know,
for a lot of these kids with autism that are sensitive to their environment, and some kids with epilepsy that can't be around strobing or bright lights. Sometimes it can set off a seizure. It's nice to have something for them special they can enjoy, like you know, not have a negative thing in their life.
Yeah. So if you are interested in doing that, you just need to contact them and set that up or go by there. Also, thank you to Save More here in Clanton, Calera, and
Jake. Thank you.
I forgot where the other one is. Is it Brent?
There's Brent, Centerville. Yeah, because there's one in Bibb County. I guess that's Brent.
Maybe. I want to say.
And then there's Centerville. I mean, Brent, and then there's.
Is it Center, maybe?
I don't think so. Center's way up there.
Okay. Maybe it is Centerville. Anyway, Jake was there last night. We had a good time with him. Also, Jake said he's going to be announcing something to do with the Wreaths Across America that is going to be for the 11th. So as soon as I get that information, I will let you know, because it is going to be the first time Chilton County has had their very own. And I know that the Chilton County High School SGA is the one that is kind of spearheading that, yes. But I'm not sure exactly all the details on that yet. So, and then also thank you to Bruce at Old Orchard Amish Furniture. I appreciate y'all. We could not do this show without you. So I got to talk about the big giveaway that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, tell me about it, because I don't know all the details.
Yeah, that starts Monday. We did it last year where we gave $100 a day away. And we do that by giving you Facebook things to do. So you'll have to watch our Facebook page or listen in the morning to know, you know,
what you got to do.
What you got to do. And then after we post that, we'll give it to a certain time to get everybody to participate. Then everybody that does it, we'll draw a winner, and that person will win $100. It doesn't matter whether you win the $100 or you don't win the $100 that day. Everybody that participates goes into the drawing for the $1,000.
So everybody, if you participate, gets a shot at the big money.
Yes, and we'll do this for 9 days. So this is the kind of sort of 12 days of Christmas. For 9 days, we will do $100 a day. On that 10th day, we're going to ump the ante to
$1,000.
$1,000.
1,000 smackaroos.
Yes, and we had a lot of winners last year.
Yeah.
That were so surprised. They were like, "I've never won anything," so that was good. And
let's face it, $100 is nice this time.
Yes, it is. And another thing we're doing too, if you want additional chances to win the $1,000, all you have to do is bring a handmade ornament to put on our tree. You'll get 3 entries into the $1,000. If you bring a canned food item, you will get 5 entries into the $1,000. If you bring an unwrapped toy, you will get 10 entries into the $1,000.
Wow. So
this is part of our giving back to the community as well, because we've got some families that are in need, and that will go to help them at this time of year.
So make an ornament and bring a canned good and bring a toy, and you've got a lot of chances to win.
Yes, you do. And you can do all of it. You can do it each day. And each day you do it, you'll be entered in.
Last year we had some nice ornaments made.
We did.
And
we've already had one
this year
brought in already this year. It's so cute. And I mean, we were really, really happy with the ones we got last year.
Oh, yeah.
They were so creative.
And it was the first
love
year,
it.
too, and we were kind of new.
Yeah.
So it's neat, that people are responding like that. Thank you.
Yeah, and we also did a little coloring thing with Central Alabama Arts Alliance where you could come by, get your child to get one of our color pages, color it, bring it back. Deanna framed them and put them on our art wall in the shape of a Christmas tree.
Aww.
And so we have all that art on our wall. It looks so, so cute. She even has a little star on top. It's adorable.
Oh.
She did such a great job on that. I love it.
Oh, is that what's out there now?
Yeah, that's what's out there on the wall
I saw
now.
that. She's
Yeah.
done such a good job of
Yes, she
painting
has.
and decorating. She's artistic.
Yes.
I'm autistic, I think, but she's artistic.
All right, it is 7:32. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I will thank our sponsors for the Christmas giveaway that we're doing, and we'll talk about some news in the headlines when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
We are back. The time is 7:37. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and the infamous Dollar Bill
Infamous
Lawson.
is right.
We talk about it all the time, but everybody's going, how do you get dollar bill?
They
not
just
what you know till
they
you know
just
sometimes.
pour money in my hands. It's just heavy to carry.
Yeah.
But I will tell
Or
you,
not so much.
I was supposed to do the first Christmas parade of the season last night.
Yep.
Which was in Montevallo, and the weather got them, which I feel bad about. So the Montevallo parade is going to be next Thursday.
Okay.
So they moved it a week.
They did move it.
1 week. So, and then tomorrow, you've got, I think tomorrow I've got Alabaster's Christmas parade. It's a big one. Goes down 31. And and then I think Helena has theirs tomorrow afternoon. There's a bunch this weekend, I mean.
Yeah, so I know that so we have ours tonight. Did Columbiana already have theirs?
Columbiana's is tonight, I think.
Okay.
No, tomorrow night.
No,
I think
tomorrow night.
Columbiana's tomorrow night. I got to check. It's funny because I just moved to Columbiana, and I do Montevallo's and Alabasters. I have for years, but I've not done Calera's or Columbiana's, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Jemison had their Christmas parade and tree lighting last night.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and here's the thing: is that when we did the state championship yesterday, I left. It was a little after 5 when I left, and as I left, the rain started drizzling.
Coming down.
It started coming down. Took me 2 hours to get home.
Oh, yeah.
And I went the way the Waze told me to. Said it was. It's gonna be. It said it's longer, but it's still the best route because.
Traffic flow.
Because of traffic flow.
Well, you were in the middle of rush hour in Birmingham
Yep.
anyway.
Yes, I was.
I was in it with
like
you.
the worst time to leave.
Mary and I were in it too, and it was horrible.
But I will say that Jemison, their parade went on despite whatever rain. People stood out in the rain and the cold, braved all the weather, and it looks like
that's great.
the Santa. They had pictures with Santa afterwards, and their is that what do they call that? Their
Events
hall.
Thorsby.
Lots of people in the events hall. It looks like I'm sitting here looking at all the pictures. Great pictures. I guess did Taylor take those? Yeah, they're good pictures. That tree is gorgeous.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So that they did do theirs. Despite they didn't have a parade though, did they? They had.
Yeah.
They did.
They did. They did the parade.
Boy, they
sure did.
They braved the weather. That's excellent.
Yeah, they did.
Largest parade in Jemison history.
Really?
Patty and I were
Wow.
the grand marshals of a couple of those Jemison parades, and they were nice. They did a good, and Thorsby too.
Yeah, I love a Christmas parade, and Tiffany was really excited because this was one of the first years that they were actually doing it in the nighttime because they've been doing their Christmas parade and during
I was
the
going
day.
to say, whenever I did it, it was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I did a couple of parades when I was at the other station, and they were in the leads always did theirs at night, and I always felt like every time I did it that my fingers were frozen.
Yeah.
Like to break off. It was always so cold.
Really?
Moody and a couple of the other ones did theirs during the day, which I never could figure out. I was like, why are we doing a day parade? The Christmas lights, you can see those better at night.
There's a lot of reasons for both, but you're right. To me, a nighttime Christmas parade is more magical. It's the colors are better, but you got to remember you've got a lot of kids and a lot of parades throw candy. It's a lot safer to do it during the daylight hours because little kids can run out, and at night, you're not going to see them, and you know it's harder to keep up with.
Yeah.
And it's just the logistics are a little harder. So
yeah, I didn't even think about that part of it.
it's better to have. I mean, it's more wonderful at night, but it's safer and easier in the daytime.
Yeah.
You know, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You can't imagine that being at night. Yet you think a Christmas parade ought to be at night. It's
yeah. I get both sides.
Yeah,
of that,
I do
too. I think it was Jasper's Christmas parade on Tuesday night. There was a medical emergency.
Yeah,
and
it was a policeman. Wasn't it?
It was a policeman suffered a widowmaker heart attack.
Yeah. The bad kind.
The bad kind.
Really
they
bad
call it the widowmaker for a reason.
They do.
Most people don't survive that. You know, my friend Robin, she had a widowmaker.
A female, too.
A female. They said that it was very unusual for a female to suffer that type of heart attack, especially one of her age and her health. So she was, I would say, a centimeter within not being with us anymore. And the doctor, they went in and put her stents and stuff in. They came out and explained, said, here's what we were dealing with. This is what we did. Here's what happened. And they said, your friend, she's very lucky. Yeah. That we just typically, one, you don't see this in females, but two, because of the type it was. As a matter of fact, her friend that she was with, when she said her head started hurting in her neck, and then she started getting sick, and she said she knew right then something wasn't right. If he had not taken her to the ER right then. And it would have, because when she got there, she was in full cardiac arrest.
Oh my God, that's scary.
That's probably one of the scariest phone calls I've ever gotten in my life. When I got in the car, I got from Odenville to Alabaster, where Shelby Hospital is, in less than 30 minutes, because I was driving like a maniac trying to get there. Scary.
Yeah. Well, they got the Heart South doctors there at Shelby are good.
And here's the thing, is that Walker Baptist nurses were in the parade, and when they saw what was happening, they got off the float or whatever they were on and started doing CPR and administering first aid right then and there.
On the policeman?
And they said, thanks to that,
he's alive.
And some other people that joined in as well that were, they were, I don't know if they were actually on the parade. They said, it was a float that was passing by. And some other people that jumped in so quickly that they were able to. He actually had his surgery. They put the stents in, and he is going to be fine.
Thank God.
Yes, his name is Officer Stephen Murray.
That's correct.
I mean, she says that she's calling this nothing short of a miracle.
Well, if you're going to have a heart attack, have it when a float load of nurses from the hospital are going by.
Yes. Nurse practitioner Macy Beasley stepped in, Pastor Adam Hicks, and then a group of women in red sweaters, Christmas necklaces, and reindeer antlers, who were the Walker Baptist ER nurses.
Oh, perfect.
Jumped in. Can you say divine intervention on that one?
Although I would say that if I had went out for a heart attack and thought I was dying,
that would be the way to go for you, wouldn't it?
I open my eyes and I see a bunch of nurses with reindeer. I would figure I'd already gone to the other side. You know, I would figure that I had not come back. That'd be funny.
Oh,
bunch of reindeer giving you CPR, but good for him. Good for him.
She also says that the firefighters and the EMS that came right after that, it was just one specific, Elisa, who was the paramedic, said that she was keeping wife Joy calm and letting her know everything's going to be okay. They were doing everything they could to help him. He went to Princeton, from what I understand, but he's going to be okay. That is
good for him.
What a widowmaker!
It's always scary.
It is.
And thank God now,
scary.
You know, it used to be either you died or they might rip you open and try to, do something with open heart surgery. These stents now are amazing. They just go up through a vein or an artery, and boom, they can fix you with a stent. And they've saved so many lives. and extended so many lives. That's just, the stent thing's amazing.
It is. I've never had to have anything like that, but I know so many people that
Well, I've had a
have.
heart catheterization before, and I've had a heart ablation where they went and scarred my heart with a laser inside to
My
try
mom
to
had
fix.
that.
Yeah, and I've had the thing where they go up through your groin and go all the way up in there and shoot dye in your heart.
To check.
And it, I'm telling you, it was amazing.
Yeah.
My heart's actually in pretty good shape,
Yeah.
but I had a scare. But I wouldn't let them knock me out for the heart catheterization. They had to do it for the ablation, but I wanted to be wide awake, so they just numbed me up down there and then put the thing in there and went. And I was watching the whole procedure. It was phenomenal. But there's one
Wow.
weird thing they do that I can't tell on the air, but when they put a bunch of dye in your heart, the reaction's a little weird. But anyway, it's you're behind.
Little weird, huh?
It's worse than weird. It basically, your behind feels like it's on fire. He told me, he said, you're going to feel like I've set your behind on fire. And I mean a specific place behind on fire. And I said, how bad can that be? And he squirted a bunch of dye in that ventricle, and I watched it swish out. I went, that is, whoa! And it was dramatic.
Dramatic and traumatic, probably.
Well, at least he had warned me.
Oh,
But it
goodness.
was bizarre. But anyway, it was fascinating to watch. I drove the guy crazy because he actually at one point told the nurse, he said, nurse, give him 50 cc's or something, whatever. And I said, what's that? He said, it's to calm you down. I said, I'm not nervous. He said, it's to shut you up. You keep asking too many questions. It's going to take me an hour to finish you. I got more patience.
Oh, that is hilarious. I would be the same
what's-
way. Why are you doing that? What are we doing?
But what made him
What's
so
that?
mad was I saw her shoot something in my vein, and he was like, kind of knocked me out. And apparently it wasn't enough, or it didn't. I'm not affected by it because I yawned one time and he said, there you go. And then I was wide awake, and I kept asking him questions. He said I was the worst patient he's ever had to do. And he's a pretty big cardiac surgeon in Birmingham. He said, you wouldn't shut. You kept making me, I made him play back some of the things.
Let me see that one more time. Yeah.
I did. I said, show me that again. I couldn't tell. And he goes, ah. And he tell the guy in the other room, play back, whatever. And we'd watch it again. I'd ask him a question. He finally just tried
I had to tell you no.
Yeah, well,
We'll watch it later.
well, I'm the patient. He's working for me.
That's true, I guess. All right, it's 7:49. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about an armed standoff that happened in Calera yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Oh, goodness. Yep. And let's see.
Was
What else
Mary
we got?
in Calera yesterday? I got to think. Okay, go ahead.
And then there is, we got to talk about some Auburn basketball.
That's right. That
Yeah.
game was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So we'll talk about that when we come back. You stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clinton Track Studio. We'll be right back. Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your schedule. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna. Recharge with red light therapy. Refresh in our hydro massage beds. Get that glow with unlimited tanning and push your limits with dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation, open 24/7. Workout Anytime, now open in Clanton.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole. Plus, automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers. So everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts.
We are back. The time is 7:53. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here with you on this Friday morning.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Of course, the green.
Less than 3 weeks from Christmas.
You can see right through the green. Watch.
Oh, can you?
You can.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so cool. I love that.
If you put that on, it's going to look like you don't have a head.
I know. Look,
that is so wild that it does that.
Get rid of an eyeball.
Yeah. You can see it's the brick. This is exactly the color of the green screen, which is why it's doing that.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So yesterday, Auburn basketball had a really good night.
Yeah,
they're right now currently sitting at number 20. But last night they took on North Carolina State, and they won 83-73. And they had two key players in that. They had Kevin Overton and Keyshawn Hall, and they both put up a total of 57 points between. One did 28 and one did 29.
Good Lord, that's good. Isn't that amazing?
Awesome. So hopefully that just goes on, and continues, and Auburn has a good year. I never have really gotten into basketball much. I did when I was younger. I loved it. My dad, we go to the Blazers, and then he had like a men's team that he played on, and they did it over at Berry High School in their gym, and I would go with him and watch him play. And he was short, but he was good.
Really?
He was one of those little
he was
fast.
Like Pistol Pete.
Yeah, he was one of those fast guys, But yeah, I used to go and watch him play. I just thought that was the neatest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah, I like basketball, but I don't follow it much. Especially, I don't follow the pros. The game's just too fast for me, and it also, I don't, the fine points of the game are over my head. So, I'm a big football, some baseball, other sports I'll watch a little. I like golf, believe it or not.
I do too. I love golf. I'm probably one of the few females in this world that will get a golf game on and sit and actually watch it and not fall asleep. I love it. Now, I kept up with it a lot more, I would say the last 8 years or so, I've kind of not
Let it go.
I watch it as much, so I don't know as much about the players, but I used to. I used to keep up with it regularly, and I would get very excited about the players, and I would.
You must have been watching a lot in the Tiger Woods era.
I was Tiger Woods, but also, I watched it when Ricky Fowler was coming up. Well, and Payne Stewart. He was one of my favorites, and he got killed in a was it helicopter or plane crash? Airplane crash.
He was the one that the airplane they were flying, and it had a leak, and they all died, and the plane kept flying for a long, just with nobody in it, dead people in it. It was on autopilot. It was awful.
He was always real cool. He wore the old school golfing outfits.
Yeah.
He would wear the knicker pants with the tall socks and the little cap, and I loved his personality. And when he passed away, you talk about devastated.
That was really sad. He was still in his prime, and it was just a horrible accident. He was in a small, like a Learjet.
Yeah.
It was his jet, I guess.
And I guess after that, I really liked, Lord, his name just escaped my brain. Adam Scott. I really followed him for a little bit. He's had some good wins. He's done well. He's probably not one of your key big players. And then I started following Mickelson. I really was, so he was my guy for the longest time, And then he went to the NIV, and the LIV, and I haven't really, I've kind of just not
followed him anymore.
I watched Scotty Scheffler, and what's the other guy?
I don't know.
There's another guy. They kind of have similar names, so people get them mixed up. But I watch them, and I like Roy McIlroy.
I like Roy McIlroy. So, but it's my wife doesn't understand me watching golf. She just says she can't. She doesn't play golf or never did. I love to watch it, but I have to be in the mood for it because it is. They move around. They go all over the course. But if you're not in the mood for golf, I can't watch it.
It is a long game.
It is.
Because it's not
like baseball.
A lot of.
You got to just sit and hang in there.
It's not, unless you understand what's happening, it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, it can be, especially with the pros, because they're so good.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing. They rarely get off in the weeds, but now they do have some amazing short games and some amazing putts. That always is fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't watch basketball much at all. But you know what? I guess it's because growing up, we didn't have a lot of basketball. Blazers came along. Of course, when I was a kid, there was no Blazers, but there just wasn't a lot of strong basketball in the state of Alabama in the old days. And then now, Alabama, Auburn, the college teams we have years where we're really good. Used to be the only SEC team that was any good was Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Now there's a lot. I mean, we have some really good. Alabama's been strong. UAB's been strong. So it's neat. I'm picking it up a little more.
Yeah.
But it's too fast. It's like hockey. I can't watch it for any length of time. Soccer. I've tried to like soccer, and I watch soccer trying to figure the game out and understand the fine points so you can see when people, because I'm watching soccer and they're running around kicking the ball. I don't see a lot of finesse to me. And you'll see them go, all this, they're excited about a move or something. I go, what?
What I miss?
Yeah, why I don't understand.
My oldest, Auburn, we started off in softball, and she somehow, and I'm not even really, I don't know how it happened, but she transitioned into soccer. And she played what they called, she played like just park soccer. And then she went to a travel team, which was Premier Soccer, where it was kind of like you got chosen to be on the team. So it was almost like you had to do an actual tryout and stuff like that. And that is one thing that child was good at, was soccer.
Really?
And then she was on she started playing for the middle school. And then the middle school, she was so good, she played up. So she played the varsity soccer team at Trustful.
Wow, when she was younger.
At Trustful. Got a soccer scholarship.
Really?
To Shelton State. And gave it away. She didn't want to go to. She decided college was not her thing, and I get it. It's not for everybody.
Well, that's right.
Except for her, she decided that the day she was supposed to move in. So we were ready to wring her neck.
Oh my God!
But I will say, all the years that child played, not one time ever did I know what the heck was going on that field.
That's me neither.
I would try to mimic everybody else.
Yeah.
I would holler and I would say the wrong thing. I would cheer for the other team by accident. I had no clue what was going on. The only time I knew what was going on was when she was playing goalie. And then one time I was cheering for her about, getting the ball and knocking it out, and she was not the one at goalie. She was sitting on the bench. I didn't realize they had swapped out. I was a hot mess on that in the stands. I never knew what was going on.
See, I don't either.
I would say
that hockey and soccer befuddle me.
I would say everybody would go push. I'd go push, and they would say no, and I would that's the other team. I'd say don't push, don't do it.
It's like I used to.
Everybody's like, bless her heart, she needs help over there. I needed soccer for dummies, which I never got, but I never, to this day, I don't understand what's going on.
I don't. I understand.
Zero clue.
Just generally, the finesse. I have no idea. No idea. I don't know if you're a good player or not. I can watch them all run around and they're grappling and kicking and doing and heading. I like the heading stuff. But I don't know if they're good or not. They could be lousy, and I'm going. That's amazing.
That was good there.
That was good.
Same. Oh Lord, and I felt so bad for my kid because softball, I get.
Yeah.
I will watch a softball game.
Me too.
Especially girls softball, and I'm so happy that my granddaughter loves softball. I go to her games, but I will say things have changed a little bit in softball since Auburn played.
Yeah.
And now she's playing for middle school, and so the rules that happen in youth park ball are not the same as what happens in middle school. Yeah, there are a lot of different things that go on, and I'm gonna be excited to watch school softball. It's not gonna be just park stuff. This is school stuff, and there's a lot of games, and a lot of them are played in the cold weather.
Yeah, they are. That's true.
February starts the season.
I have a buddy, my buddy Raymond.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Raymond. He loves college softball for all the wrong reasons. He just wants to watch girls in tight shorts running around.
Yeah.
And jiggling. That's Raymond's. He loves
poor Raymond.
College girls softball for all the wrong reasons.
That's a hoot.
I like it too.
Let's see. In the Calera, a domestic assault call turned into a whole rigmarole with an armed standoff.
What happened?
Around 1 a.m., not yesterday, but the day before, it ended up being yesterday morning at 1 a.m. Clear officers were dispatched to a domestic disturbance for an assault. The suspect was not present, but the victim was, and she was found with some significant injuries. They began searching for the suspect who had fled the scene, and around 4:30 a.m., they found the suspect in a shed, and then he was armed, and then he wouldn't comply with officers' commands, and they tried to do negotiations and all that. That standoff lasted till about 6 a.m.
Wow.
But he was taken into custody. But before that, he got too close to the propane heater and set his clothes on fire.
There was a propane heater in the shed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he set himself on fire?
He did by accident. Yeah.
That'll get you out of there.
Yeah. Here's the sad part about this. He has an extensive history of prior arrests.
And still had a gun and all that stuff. Yeah.
He had a stolen firearm. So now he's been charged with domestic violence assault in the second, domestic violence menacing, felon in possession of a firearm, and possession of a stolen firearm. Now, here's the thing. Now, just because you get arrested for all this stuff doesn't mean that's what you get actually charged with or convicted of. So he may get all of these charges, and then he'll get a defense attorney. They'll plea all this mess down. He'll probably serve a little bit of time for the assault, but then he'll be right back out and be able to commit his 41st felony.
Yeah, that's
unfortunately
scary stuff, the way the system sometimes works.
Yeah,
and it seems unfair to me.
Let me tell you why it seems unfair to me. Because you get these police officers that risk their life.
Right.
In situations like that, where you have a felon who's not supposed to have a gun, that not only does have a gun, he has a stolen gun. And he is putting their lives at risk by not following commands.
Right.
And, you don't know what he's going to do. He's already proven that he's, will do anything to get away. So he could just start shooting any minute. They go out there, put their lives on the line to put this guy behind bars. And what ends up happening?
Gets out.
He gets out and walks the streets again. And then what happens? He does
again.
something else, and then they have to go back. So when you see a grumpy police officer, there's probably a reason. Because when they get a hold of you sometimes and you just feel like they're being a little extra, maybe you're the extra. Maybe you're the one, the cherry on top that has they've had enough for that day, because they're running into the same people over and over and over. If you ever look at any of these sheriff's apps, because I admit I have a problem. I go and I check it just to see if I know anybody. You will see the same people over and over and over again.
Do you like my latest picture?
Same stuff.
Do you like my latest picture?
No, I didn't see it. You better not.
I got a speeding ticket.
When?
A couple of weeks ago.
Did you?
I did.
They gave it to you.
Oh, yeah. I was speeding. Well, I was in Marion.
They don't know who you are.
No, they didn't. It was a little black deputy sheriff from Perry County.
Oh, he doesn't know who Dollar Bill is.
And he was nice as could be. And I deserved it. What had happened is I'd gone to Marion, Alabama, down in Perry County for a homecoming at a church. And so we did the homecoming. It was wonderful. And these country ladies brought in all this food to eat. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, I frogged my sides at that thing. I ate, everything from mac and cheese and casseroles and great food and fried chicken. Then I had banana pudding and red velvet cake. And Mary and I we ate like crazy because it's that good homemade, the older country ladies that know how to cook.
Yep.
So on the way home, you know what happened? Nature said, You've got to get to a bathroom quick. And
Wait a minute.
And I was in the middle of nowhere. I was between a Heiberger and Brent. And it's just Highway 5 and nothing till you get to Brent. Till you get to the old sawmill. And
Lord.
Nature was telling me I didn't have that much time. So I had the foot down and I was flying up Highway 5. I was going about 78 in a 55 zone. And, but I was hunched over that steering wheel. I needed to get somewhere quick. And the policeman pulled me over. And so
Did you tell him what was happening?
I didn't. And you know why? Because, I've got a lot of friends in law enforcement. I am in the FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police. I was not going to tell him that I was in intestinal distress, because that is the number one excuse people give for speeding. That may be true or not, but I'm not going to give him this stupid pat answer that I think he hears all the time. So I just took the ticket, and because I deserved it. I was speeding, and I got to thank God I made it to the first service station I could get to in Brent, and avoided a disaster.
Well,
but oh my God, I did. That's the first speeding ticket I've gotten in, I don't know, 20 years or something. But I deserved it. I was flying up Highway 5. There was no traffic, so I wasn't being unsafe. As a matter of fact, nobody was going north. I don't think I ever saw a car going north from Marion coming up north. Southbound, there was a pretty good bit of traffic, and that's where he got me. He was coming at me. And I mean, if I'd seen him, I wouldn't have slowed up. I was in trouble. So, yeah, I got it. And he was nice enough to listen. He could have given me, I guess, aggravated speeding or reckless driving, whatever, because I was a little over than I should. I was going pretty fast. He just gave me a speeding ticket. So I paid it, and I owed it. I deserved it. And so there you go.
Well, that very same thing happened to me. But my former boss and I had gone to something. I'm not even sure what it was, and we had lunch. And on the way back, we were on that stretch of, we were coming down 174 towards Pell City, and I said, I think I'm going to need to go to the restroom. And he said, I think there's a Dollar General up ahead. And he said, you don't think you can make it to the office? And I said, maybe I can. First mistake.
Yep.
We turned on Mineral Springs Road, and there's a stretch, and unfortunately, the speed limit is about 40, 35 and 40.
Feels like you're not even moving.
So Adam he has a Charger, one of those cars. I don't remember which one. It's blue.
It can go fast.
It can go fast. He kicks it in for me because we get a little bit down the road, and I was like,
I'm not going to make it.
This is not working. So he kicks it in. And I mean, the sheriff was coming this way, and we were going that way. And we knew immediately
he was going to light
us up, and he did. He lit us up. Adam just went ahead and pulled over. He just let him turn around and come get us.
That's what I did.
And when we got there, he peeked in. Of course, I had my 94.1 stuff on. He had his 94.1 stuff on. And he goes, you know how fast you were going? He goes, I don't know how fast I was going, but I know I was speeding because she has to go to the bathroom and the office is right up here, and I'm just trying to get her there so she doesn't mess up my car. The officer died laughing, and he said, y'all go ahead.
Oh, I should have told the truth then.
So we go in. You turn into the parking lot of the radio station, and it kind of has like a little lip, and then it goes straight down. We into that thing like Bo and Luke Duke. He pulls it. He don't even have a stop good. I have that door open, and I am running in there.
You're doing the duck walk.
Oh, yeah. The next morning, he decides to tell that story on air.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's too good not to.
The officer that pulled us over
was he listening?
Was listening. And he was like, I'm the guy that pulled y'all over. And then the other officer's like, yeah, we heard this story. Like, we heard that after
you know
it
what's
happened.
nice, though?
We pulled.
By doing it on the air, you proved that what you told him was the truth and not a lie.
And he had me come in there, and he was like, let's talk about what happened yesterday. And I was like, do we have to? You know, I was mortified.
Sure you are.
But he was like, no, but it was funny. And the officer was like, yeah, he goes, at first I wasn't sure I believed you or not, but I looked at her face and saw that,
you were
she was
terrified.
Probably terrified. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is bad, bad, bad. And then the other officers was like, yeah, he came back to the station and was telling this story about he recognized Adam's name, because Adam used to be the mayor there.
Yeah.
But he didn't know who he was until he saw
funny.
his name. So we dodged a bullet there, but I got pulled over twice on that road by the same. It was a state trooper. The same state trooper pulled me over twice and both times let me go. And he said, there won't be a third. If I catch you a third time doing this, you will get a ticket. And I was like, yes, sir. And so I would go down that road and I would put my cruise control on.
Yep. And just
drive it.
I'm not going to put my foot on
leaving plenty of time. And then, after that, I sometimes would go a different way to work. So, I mean,
stay off the road.
I tried to stay off, yeah.
I deserved it, and it was unfortunate.
If you told him, I feel like he would have let you out of it.
He might have, but, I didn't want to give him that overused excuse. But had he held me much longer writing the ticket, he would have become aware of what my problem was, because I barely.
He would just said, "Oh, this old guy."
Yeah, that's right. That's the other thing too.
Pants.
That's the other thing too. It's just if I was younger, it seems like, well, it's unfortunate, but when you're old, they just go, "Oh yeah, well, that's what old people do." So
I guess he probably just crapped his diaper.
Yep, I'm not gonna do it. That's right, and that's sad when you're willing to pay almost $150 just to keep your pride. But I was, and plus I was just helping.
Oh goodness!
Fill the coffers of the good state of Alabama, and support Perry County, which needs all the money it can get, I guess. Because, you know, it's Marion, Alabama had no running water. The entire city had no running water for about 4 days before Thanksgiving because their water system is so bad. The pumps are 50 years old. The pipes are 100 years old, and they've never done a lot of proper management of their water system. They had no running water for like 4 days just before Thanksgiving.
I would lose
They got to put some big.
mind.
They've done that several times. They've never that long, but they've been having trouble for the last 8 years, knowing that system's about to collapse and die, and they just mismanage the money in the city, I guess, and they just don't keep it up.
Wow. All right, the time is 8:16. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got to talk about some celebrities that are having some troubles.
Really?
So, yeah.
I like it when celebrities have trouble because it makes them seem more normal.
That's true. One of them,
Except if you're P. Diddy.
one of them is health, and the other one is just can't stay out of trouble. So we'll talk about those when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun. Stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your schedule. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna. Recharge with red light therapy. Refresh in our hydro massage beds. Get that glow with unlimited tanning and push your limits with dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation. Open 24/7. Workout Anytime, now open in Clanton.
We are back. The time is 8:22. We were talking conspiracy theories on the different ones that have been thrown at us in our lifetime.
But you brought up one that I'd forgotten about.
Oh, yeah.
There was a singer that came out in the 70s after Elvis. Well, he was actually around when Elvis was still alive, but not doing much. And then when Elvis died, he became kind of famous because he sounded a lot like Elvis, looked a little like him, but you never knew what he looked like because every time you saw him, he was wearing this black glitter mask, like a glittery Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
And his name was Orion. That's all he called himself, Orion, which doesn't sound like anybody's real name. And, of course, it was a one-name thing. And the conspiracy theory was that was really Elvis. He faked his death because he was tired of and then he suddenly is now Orion, but he's still singing Elvis songs, sounding like Elvis, but so what would that have gained him anyway?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So, but it was bizarre because that's in the years way before there was an internet. I mean, there was no internet, and that conspiracy theory was strong. I remember people convinced that was Elvis, and that he had faked his death, and Orion was Elvis. And he promoted it. Of course, he wasn't that good. He was a good Elvis impersonator.
Yes.
But he wouldn't have replaced Elvis, so he just became this weird dude in a mask that sang Elvis
Exactly.
songs.
And I read the book because I was just like interested. I'm all about Elvis. So.
Right.
But the only thing that I think that stuck with me was the fact that Elvis's middle name was misspelled on his...
The Aaron with the 2 A's to the 1 A?
Yeah, I think that's the one that got me the most. But, a lot of people, still don't know that Elvis was a twin.
Well, yeah, I mean, his twin died at birth.
Right,
yeah.
but I don't think a lot of people even know
really?
that Elvis was a twin.
Yeah.
Wow. But Elvis... I love Elvis. Don't get me wrong. Love his music. I was obsessed with him when I was younger.
A lot of people.
But as I've gotten older and I've learned more about him, he was a very dark, troubled,
well, he had a terrible upbringing.
Human being. He was generous to a fault. He would give you anything, but he was also, he was an addict. That's just the way it was. He was an addict, and he was manipulated by people who are supposed to have his best interest at heart.
What was his name?
Colonel whatever.
Yeah.
His, people took advantage of him, did him so wrong in so many aspects, and then he didn't make some very good decisions either. And it's just, his whole story is kind of sad.
It is sad. And he died young. He was, 46 or 42?
Yeah.
Which is, at my age now, hideously young.
Yeah.
When he died, I can tell you, just like on 9/11 and my parents on Pearl Harbor Day, I can tell you, I remember clearly the day Elvis died because I was sitting in a radio station in Selma, Alabama, little after lunch, and I saw our sales manager come in the door of the radio station, boo-hooing crying like a baby, crying. And, a grown man in his 40s crying, you were like, oh God, what's going on? And I didn't know. I thought somebody on our staff had died or something.
Yeah. And
then you could see people all in the office. He came in and told it. We hadn't even heard about it yet, that he had passed. And it was horrible. I mean, then our boss came in and said, you've got tomorrow morning, we want to air a 2-hour Elvis special on the morning show.
So you had to put all that
So
together.
we had to come up, me and two other guys had to just get to the grindstone. This was at like 3 p.m. And we worked till 11:30 that night just putting together our Elvis special.
Wow.
And then we aired it people don't realize how big a thing it was when Elvis died. We played it in the morning show. We played it again at like noon, and we played it again at like 5. I mean, it was in that kind of demand. It was all you saw in the news.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
for
a
long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
It's just it really was sad.
I ended up leaving there and moving to Florence, Alabama, from Selma to Florence, and I worked for Sam Phillips. He hired me, and he's the guy that found Elvis and had Sun Records. And so I had a general manager in Florence running, Sam Phillips had 2 radio stations, one in Memphis, WLVS, and which was Elvis, and then, the one in Florence. And he had a guy running the one in Florence for him. And that guy had come from Chicago to little Florence, Alabama, because he was an Elvis freak. And he figured if he worked for Sam Phillips, he could meet Elvis. So he changed his whole life. He was working for a big advertising agency in Chicago. His wife loved Chicago and was a northerner or Midwesterner, had always lived in Chicago. He moved her and his 2 sons to this little town she hated. The kids didn't fit in well because they were Chicago Yankees in Florence, Alabama. And he did it just to meet Elvis. And 3 months after he changed their whole lives and moved them from the big city to this little no place in Alabama, Elvis died.
Oh,
and he never got to meet him. And he went, and you know what's sad? He went insane. He really did. I mean, he went clinically insane. He, after I stopped working, and he was an odd bird.
He was already insane.
He was already
didn't
crazy.
Just go.
Yeah, because if you'll change your whole family's lifestyle and do that just to meet a celebrity, then something's not right anyway. But once he died, this guy went bonkers, and his wife and kids left, she left him, took the kids. He ended up being alone. He ended up going to Florida, and just like the guy in the Beach Boys, he would sit in the sand and just draw circles in the sand and just till he finally died. It was sad. And his name, let me tell you what his name was. His name was the same. If you could tell me one of the most horrible serial killers in history in America, that killed an actress and a lady that had a baby in her stomach, who would you think of?
Charles Manson?
Yes.
That's his name.
That was his name. I worked for Charles Manson. I actually did, not the one in the California, but I worked, this guy that was so crazy, his name was Charles Manson. We called him Chuck.
Of course you did.
He was so bizarre.
Of course you did, yes.
He wore black leisure suits. That's all he'd wear every day. And believe me, this was after leisure suits were no longer in their prime.
Oh, help me, Lord.
He smoked unfiltered Camels, and he chain smoked them. I never saw him without one in his mouth or his hands, and all of these fingers were as dark orange, yellow as you could get.
Isn't that wild?
I just thought about that. I worked for Chucky Poo.
That's a wild story. I remember when Elvis passed away as well. We were on our way to Orlando to Disney World.
You were little then, weren't you?
I was little. I was in the back of the station wagon, laying down, doing something. Us kids, we were all piled up back there with our pillows and stuff. And it came on the radio that he passed away. I cried all the way to Orlando because when I tell you I was a fanatic, my whole room was done in Elvis.
Elvis.
Yes.
Wow.
It was, I was nuts over him. I used to say, he's my biggest fan. And my dad would say, no, you're his biggest fan. And I would say, he's my biggest fan, because I didn't understand it. What
you meant was you were his biggest fan.
I was, he,
You know, when
I loved Elvis.
Elvis came out just about the time I was just a little kid when he first came out, before he went in the Army, had his first couple of hits. And my first record I ever got, I was probably 5, 6 years old. One Christmas, I got a little record player,
Mm-hmm.
And my first 45 was Teddy Bear.
Oh.
I'll never forget that. I kept that record for a long time. I loved Teddy Bear. I loved his old. Then, of course, I didn't really like him that much when he kind of had his resurgence, and I was college age until he came out with Kentucky Rain and Moody Blue. Oh, I became and then I saw him at Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa in 1974, I think it was, when he was coming back, again, that third time, and he was looking good, and he, wore the pantsuits and all that. And I worked security at his concert, and I still wasn't that big a fan of his.
Yeah.
I lost it, He came down a hallway, and I heard him come up. I was supposed to guard this one door. You couldn't go in this door unless you had a certain pass.
Mm-hmm.
So all I did, college student, they pay you, I think I got paid $12 or something to work the whole night. Anyway, this door opened up down this hall at the Coleman Coliseum, and stuff was going on down there, and gaggle of people coming down the hall. And I didn't know what was going on. Look, and there was Elvis, and with got people all around him, and two policemen walking in front of him and all this stuff. And as he came down the hall, if there was a security person standing at a doorway, he'd look at him and go, "Thank you." He thanked everybody that worked for him as a security or whatever.
Wow.
And as he came by me, I was seeing in living color the guy I'd never seen in life, because I'd never gone to a concert or anything. I'd only seen him on TV and pictures. And it was him, and it looked like him. I was like, wow, that's Elvis,
That really is
And
him.
he turned and looked me right in the eyes and said, "Thank you," and went on by. And it's like, wow, he looked me right in the eyes and thanked me. So then when he got on stage an hour later, whatever, and he was performing, the guy came and said, "Okay, you can go now. We're done. We're locking off this part of you can go out and watch. If you want to go out, you can go out and watch the show. You're allowed to." So I went out and watched the last quarter of his show, and he was phenomenal. And I became a confirmed Elvis fan.
Back when
I liked him after that
you
a
didn't
lot.
have auto-tune and stuff, people sang, and they either could sing or they couldn't.
Right, and Elvis could sing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he could perform. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He was not only, that's one thing I kind of learned in that moment. There's a difference between people who can sing well and people who can perform well.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people that can really sing well, but they're not particularly fun to watch. They're great.
Alan Jackson, George Strait are two.
Well, there's
off
two
top of
good
my head.
examples.
Right
Alan
there.
Jackson was so shy. George Strait, they literally would coach them. And I'll never forget seeing Alan Jackson. They learned that you could make Alan Jackson more exciting on stage if you put big videos behind him. So his music videos, if you think about it, every time you've seen Alan Jackson,
skiing,
there's an
doing something
awful lot
fun.
of video and flashing lights. Now I think it was with George Strait, he would basically, he's just him and his guitar. He's a troubadour.
Mm-hmm.
They would tell him to go to this. They'd put 3 mics, instead of one stage in the middle, one mic in the middle of the stage, they'd put 3 or 4. And he would learn that he would walk to one and sing a song at that mic, and then if there was a bridge in the song where he just wasn't singing and they were playing something, he'd walk to the next mic and he'd finish the song there, and then he'd walk to another. So they'd make him move around the stage.
So he wasn't just standing there the whole time.
Standing there the whole time with one
spot.
mic at the same spot.
At least it looked like he was
Looked
being
like
a
he
little
was
active.
moving around a little bit. And of course, like many artists, as they do it, they do get better. Now George Strait can banter pretty good and talk a little, and Alan Jackson can tell stories and talk a little.
And it's fun.
Yeah, it's good. But when they first start, they're great singers, but they are horrible performers. Then you got people who are really good performers and don't really sing very well.
Well, I think Garth Brooks sings pretty good, but you talk about performing wise, you go to his stuff and he's flying in the air, and coming in on stuff. He learned all that,
from Chris Ledoux.
Yeah.
Chris Ledoux, pretty good singer too, but an incredible performer. And that's where Garth Brooks learned to do all that stuff. He loved Chris Ledoux.
People love to go watch Garth because they didn't know what kind of antics he was going to come up with. What's he going to do now?
Well, it was exciting. That's the difference between just hearing a singer and watching a show. You got some of these people like Adele. Boy, nobody can sing better than Adele. But she doesn't. What they do is they glam her up. And she has, Reba was kind of like that. Reba, what she would do is she'd put on 15 different outfits during a concert.
Yep.
They got her where she'd sing a song in a blue sequin nightgown, and she'd go off after the song and just come right back on in a cowgirl outfit. And then she'd sing that song and go off and come back. I bet she put on 20 different outfits during the show.
Yeah.
But she also they all get experience, and they either become performers or don't. There's a couple of country singers I'll tell you one, David Nail. That guy can sing like nobody's business.
He can sing. I love him.
But he's a little autistic, I think they told me. And sure enough, and I've done several shows with him, and he's really intense. He's one of those guys that gets really intense about what he's about to do. And he's a perfectionist. But he's so intense and such a perfectionist, he doesn't really do anything but just concentrate on how well he sings the song. And so he's not a dynamic performer. But boy, you listen to him sing, he's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he's not fun to watch. You might as well be sitting at home with headphones on listening to him because he sounds so good. But if you look at him, you're just watching him sing. And it's not particularly... showy.
Yeah, it's not, for sure.
And that's tough for some performers Trisha Yearwood was that way when she first started. She just sang and she just kind of looked, she didn't even emote. She just kind of she looked scared actually. A lot of times when Trisha Yearwood started, she looked scared and she just stood there and sang, nobody sings better than her. She's phenomenal.
Yeah, Trisha Yearwood can really sing. I love her music. All right, it's 8:37. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will talk about our two actors that are having some troubles. We got sidetracked, but we'll jump back on those, and then we'll talk about a couple other things. North Alabama teen is facing multiple charges, and a cemetery crew in Pennsylvania is under fire. We'll talk about those as well. Y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs, all conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
We are back. The time is 8:41. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here with you on this Friday. I'm so excited that it's Friday, and we got some stuff going on tonight. We've got the parade starting at 5 o'clock.
That's right.
They're going to start closing the roads down early, I think around 3 or so. So if you've got some business you want to do and you don't want to get stuck, you're going to want to get that done
Early.
and have it done by after lunch, because after that, it's going to be all things
All Christmas,
parade.
all
Yes.
fun.
All things parade. And then the tree lighting is at 7 o'clock, and yours truly will be emceeing. I'm
gonna be
so
good.
excited. I'm really
You
excited
can do a
about that.
countdown and all that before they light the tree?
Yeah, I'm going to do a
Yeah.
countdown. I'm going to do like 5, 4,
There you
3,
go.
2, 1. Yeah. I'm going to be so excited. I got me a sweatshirt that This and That Vinyl made for me. It's a Santa with Piper Peach on the little
Oh, nice.
white part of the hat. And then on the ball, it has our logo.
Oh,
And it's Santa wearing some sunglasses, and it's got like tangled lights. I'm so excited.
that's going to be
to
so
wear it.
cool.
It is going to be cute. I'm looking forward to wearing that. And I can wear that through Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah. And then also on Sunday, Maplesville is having their old-fashioned Christmas. That starts at 2 o'clock. And it is going to be in their little downtown area, that main street there. And everything is free. Every vendor that sets up gives away something for free. For instance, Valley Grand usually sets up, and they give you free food.
Really?
Just walk through the line and you get what you want.
Oh.
Every vendor that's there is giving away something for free.
Oh, I can't wait. I've got to be there for that too.
It was
That's
a lot
Sunday.
it was a lot of fun last year. We had a ball. And then they have their tree walk, which is businesses or individuals donate trees that they decorate, and you come by and you do the little walk through the little, I call it like a tree garden, but it's really pretty and nice how they've got that all set up. I think Santa's going to be there. They had him last year. Lots of Christmas music going on. It's just a big fun time. And then they're also going to do a little celebration for the Maplesville high school football team that brings home the blue map. They are this 1A state champions. They beat Wadley 42-22 yesterday, and they dominated that game from start to finish. I will say the first play, I was a little worried because there was some stuff that happened. I was like, oh no, but they recovered from that, and it was full steam ahead afterwards. So that was a great game to watch. Thank you again to Mike at Coca-Cola and all the folks there at Coca-Cola that let us come and hang out in the Coca-Cola suite.
That's great.
Next year, it is not going to be at Protective Stadium. It is going to be in Mobile.
Really? That far away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They usually try to keep it in Birmingham or Montgomery because that's kind of the central part of the state. But
He said
Mobile,
Montgomery bid on it,
Yeah.
but they did not.
Not get it.
They did not get the bid.
Wow.
For whatever reason. So, all right, I told you we were going to talk about some beloved actors that are having some difficulties. I don't know if you saw this, but Full House, Dave Coulier, he played
I remember him.
in Full House. He played not Uncle
Jesse?
was it Joey? What did he play?
Uncle,
I don't remember.
Oh, wasn't Uncle Jesse?
No, Uncle Jesse is John Stamos, but
That's right.
He played in Full House. He I think he started off in stand up. He could do lots of cool voices and things like that. But he played on that show. Well, he was diagnosed with cancer a while back and went through treatments, and they told him he was cancer free. And here recently, he has been told that he has tongue cancer.
Tongue cancer.
Tongue cancer, and it's from a really unique thing that I would have never thought at all. But it is like a, the HPV virus that they say that
human
causes,
papilloma
that causes,
virus.
Cervical cancer.
It also causes
that.
neck cancers too.
It's HPV. They said his tongue cancer is caused from HPV, the HPV virus. Really sad about that. I hated that, to hear that. He played Uncle Joey.
So did he get in trouble? Was there something he was?
No. There's another one.
Oh,
he's sick. So I was just saying that he's having some bad stuff happen to him. Going through cancer again. So then you have your boy that played in Home Improvement. The young boy who played one of the sons on Home Improvement. His name is Zachary Ty Bryan. He played in Home Improvement from the get-go. He played the older son. He stays in trouble with the law. He's been arrested. I think this is his 6th arrest for the same thing, assault and domestic violence and things like this. This time he was arrested in Oregon, and he violated his probation of a previous domestic violence case, and as of right now, he has not been granted bail this time. They're like, okay, we think we've had enough of you. Yeah, he played Brad. He played the oldest son, Brad, on Home Improvement with Tim Allen. He was previously in January arrested on second-degree domestic violence. In 2024, he was arrested twice for driving under the influence. His 4th and 5th time being arrested on such charges. I mean, he has just stayed in nothing but trouble. I think he was in one movie, and then after that, it was just like nothing but trouble for him.
Wow, it sounds like may have some other issues going on, a little drug, alcohol problem maybe, or
yeah. And this happens a lot to child actors. They, for whatever reason, things will tend to go south. I think most child actors have some kind of run-in with either dealing with a predator of some sort or these types of issues, and it's really sad.
You think about it, they grow up in an unreal environment. If they're really working actors as a child, there's a lot of chance they're around a lot of bad influential stuff, and their egos and their the pressures, and who knows if they got stage parents or if they've been abused. You just don't know. But they don't grow up in a usually normal environment.
Yeah, and you hear it a lot. I mean, Macaulay Culkin, he did he emancipated himself from his parents because his dad was so abusive and controlling.
And his brother's an actor as well.
Yeah,
and he says the same thing.
Yeah.
Parents were just crazy.
It happened to a little bit with Leanne Rimes. She ended up suing her dad over some record deals that he got her into. And then you have like Corey Feldman, and what's the other Corey? So, I mean, they will tell you horror stories. I think and Corey Feldman now says that he was a victim of a predator.
Really?
Yeah, and I 100% believe that. A lot of folks think that or believe that Michael Jackson did something to Macaulay Culkin, but he says to this day that he did not.
Yeah.
That he was a victim by his own family, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
Working them like dogs to support the family.
Yeah, because they were making them so much money.
It also happened to. You remember Gary Coleman?
The little black guy. What you talk about, Willis?
Yeah, you played Arnold on Different Strokes. Same thing happened to him. He got with his family, put it in his managers robbed him blind, He was making millions of dollars as a kid, and then he died almost broke. And it wasn't because he was spending the money; it was because
they were shystering him out of it.
Yeah.
Well, you look at some that have seemed to just do really well. Look at Ron Howard. He was a child actor, very popular, Mayberry and all that stuff. Look how good he turned out. He's a decent human being, good work ethic, has done great movies and continues to work in the business. And everybody loves him, says he's a top-notch guy.
Yeah, I've heard that. And you're like, thank goodness that you see some kind of a pot. No, I'm not saying ever, but you look at Lindsay Lohan. Look at her dad and her mom fought over her. Britney Spears, she's another casualty. She is a train wreck. And it has all come from so many people use you to get what they want and the ride on your coattails when you are young, because you don't know any better.
No.
And you don't have enough.
You have to depend on people to know what to do.
Yeah, to know how to manage your money or any of that stuff. And you see it happening all the time, which I think now it's less and less of that happening, especially because there's so much been in the news lately. You saw that about all those Disney and Nickelodeon stars that were under that one director or whatever, saying that he, was a not good guy.
Right.
And it's not just one, it's multiple child stars saying what they went through
with him.
And it's really sad.
It is.
Very, very, very sad.
Well, anybody takes advantage of a child, that's abhorrent. I mean, it's terrible.
It is. And I will never understand. It's got to be a power and control thing, because people, I think they're just disturbed like that, think, well, I can't control adults, but I can control a child, so let me do that. But that is just messed up.
Well, it's money too. If they think they can take advantage of, because like even if a child is doing really well in some kind of acting career, singing career, the parents a lot of times are clueless as to what to do. So they also become victims, because these guys come in and tell them, listen, I've been in the business for 40 years. They'll name some names of people that really done well and say, I helped them and I used to be there, and you've got to turn it over to somebody that knows what they're doing in that business. You just got to trust, but they need to trust and verify.
Right.
And the thing is, sometimes even well-meaning people, once they get them and to start seeing all that money and power, then they corrupt. That can corrupt them then. They may have started out trying to do the right thing for them. But if they really are making a bunch of money and they see then they get corrupted. Mm-hmm. And so it's the parent, it's one of those things, again, this all falls not on the child actor, but on the parents. Mm-hmm. The parents are the ultimate conservator of the child's life till he or she gets to the age of consent. Mm-hmm. So if a child is being abused in the work business, it's a lot of times it's the parents' fault for not watching and seeing what's going on. Sure. And if they're not the ones doing it.
And here's the thing, I will say this about Corey Feldman's dad. The minute Corey Feldman's dad thought something was going on, he tried to put a stop to it. At that point, though, mom was, in charge, and mom wasn't really listening. She was seeing dollar signs.
Right.
But Corey Feldman's dad was like, oh, heck to the no, we're shutting this down. He was like, you tell me what's happening, and I'm going to go handle it for you. Unfortunately, by that point, it was too late. And now he is out there. Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
he's tried to make it as a dancer and a singer, and he just, people hire him and put him on that stage to laugh at him, unfortunately. And It's really sad, because he was here in Birmingham at some point mid-year, I want to say, for some big concert, and they were just like, folks were making fun of him.
Really?
And
I don't know him.
I hate that.
Where'd he come from?
I think he played in The Goonies, and there was a couple of movies he was in. You would know him if you saw him.
Really?
Yeah. He and Corey, the other Corey, they had that reality show, Two Coreys or something like that.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Gosh, what was the other guy's name? Corey something. But yeah, it's sad. If you take advantage of a child in any way, shape, form, or fashion, there's a special place in hell for you.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, well,
Exclamation
again,
point.
parents need to watch out for their children. They don't let money and all that stuff get in the way of taking care of them.
Erica Kirk has made headlines in a statement that she made, and
Who's she?
Erica Kirk is Charlie Kirk's widow.
Oh, yeah.
So she says what she is afraid of. She says she's rejecting the argument that gun violence is the root problem that led to Charlie's assassination. She says America faces a deeper soul problem. She says, we're living in a day and age where they think violence is a solution to them not wanting to hear a different point of view. That's not a gun problem. That's a human, deeply human problem. And I have to 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody disagrees with you and they're willing to kill you, I don't care if they use a gun or a club or a knife, poison, it doesn't matter. If they are willing to kill you because they don't like what you're saying, that is deeply wrong in this country. It's wrong everywhere, but we do believe in free speech. And so we actually sell the point that in this country you can express your discontent with anything and you have a right to do so, as long as you don't incite violence or whatever. And so the fact that they're going to kill somebody or murder Charlie Kirk because they didn't like what he was saying, that's the problem.
Yeah.
The gun is, they could have done a bomb, they could try to poison, people come up and stab people. And there's a lot of ways to kill somebody than from a long range gun. And it's not the weapon that was used, it's why they wanted to do it in the first place.
Exactly. That's what she says. She says that she is a supporter. She fully supports the Second Amendment, which is your right to bear arms. She said, but there's a bigger and much deeper conversation to that, because it's not so much about the weapon, it's about the why.
The whole point that you want to kill somebody because you don't like what they're saying. That's horrible. I mean, I can't imagine it. I hear a lot of things that I completely disagree with. I hear things that make my blood boil. I hear things that make me just madder than you can get. But I'm not going to kill anybody.
Right.
I may think less of them. I may think they're stupid. I may think they're idiots. I may dislike them incredibly. But there's a big difference in hating somebody, which is not good,
right,
and killing them.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can dislike somebody. You have the right to dislike somebody, but you can't take action to hurt them.
Right.
I don't understand. And, again, I know that I'm typically with you. I love guns. I mean, I've had pistols and rifles and shotguns all my life, and I love shooting them. I don't even hunt anymore. I don't want to kill animals. I sure don't want to kill never wanted to kill a human. But I do like pistols and guns and stuff. It's like a hobby I've had.
Yeah. Especially you get some that are older, and it's
I just like the sport of shooting. I like
looking at how pretty they are and well made.
Yeah, and I like to shoot them. I love target shooting and I used to shoot a lot of pistol, competitions and stuff. I wasn't very good, but I liked it. And here's the deal: everyone has a right to defend themselves. That I fully believe that. Whether you keep a number 3 iron in your closet or if you keep a baseball bat, or if you want to whittle a spear, but you got to be able to defend yourself. And so many people turn to pistols and guns for that. That's for defense, and there's nothing wrong with that at all to me. Especially since other people have powered weapons that you've got to kind of match. But nobody should kill anybody. That killing somebody, murder is a sin of the utmost degree. You don't have the right to take another person's life. I don't care how much you dislike them or don't like what they're saying. No sane person would say kill them because they don't like what they're saying.
Well, and that starts back even in the biblical days. People were getting murdered because they were spreading the gospel. It starts then. I don't like what you have to say, so let me eliminate you.
Well, sure.
And that has been just something that has never gone away.
There have been a couple of people I would like to see stoned to death, but I don't condone that.
Yeah. All right, it's 9 o'clock. That's going to do it for this Friday edition of Morning Mayhem with Dollar Bill and Therese. I want to remind you all again that the tree lighting and the parade starts at 5 tonight.
In Clanton.
And the tree lighting is at 7. Yes.
Replay the football game at 6:30.
Oh, and a replay of the football game if you missed it yesterday.
Oh,
you can
boy,
listen to
the
that
Maplesville
at 6:30.
victory.
Now you can listen to that at 6:30 here on Piper Peach Radio. All you have to do is make sure you have the app downloaded, and you can listen to that. Also, remind you about Maplesville. Their old-fashioned Christmas is going to be Sunday. It starts at 2 o'clock. I think the rain should stay away. I don't think we're going to have much of it today.
It's going to be cloudy for the rest of the weekend, but it's going to actually get a little warmer each day. Sunday's going to be a fairly comfortable day, just cloudy. And then sunshine comes back in on Monday. And I think we got a stretch of sunshine for a while. But the weekend, although it will be a little cloudy, there should be no rain, and it should be a little bit warmer.
It's going to be cold though. I mean, it's not.
Not warmer.
Getting. Well, Wednesday it gets into the 60s, and after that, it just goes right back down again.
Does it?
It's getting. It's here. The cold weather's here. Next Saturday, hubby and I are going to Montgomery, the casino there, where it's the I Love the 90s concert.
Really?
Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc,
They're
Color
gonna
Me
be there?
Bad. We bought tickets to
They're
that.
going to be there live. Wow.
I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's do it.
Tiffany's going too from Old Town Scoops and Old Town Boutique. She's been talking
fired
about
up
it too.
about
Yeah,
it,
we
huh?
both are. We're really fired up. So,
funky
I hope to
Cole
see you all.
Medina.
Yeah, I hope to see you all at the parade tonight. It's bundle up. And then the tree lighting at 7 o'clock. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Thanks for listening and watching the Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio.